the number of this course is still small enough. So for the 4th week, we can all go back to school. Okay, clear? We only do 3 weeks of online course. For the 4th week, after, I think it's, what day is that? We are all going back to school or on the campus October 12th, right? But for Friday class, that would be, let me check the calendar, October 15th. We're going back to school on October 15th. So we'll have 3 weeks of online courses, okay? All right. And for this week, we're just doing a very short introduction of the course and maybe some warm-up activity, okay, so that you know what we will do for this course. All right, so I will play the PowerPoint file. Just a second. If you have any question anytime, just turn on your microphone and let me know, okay? I think I don't have the time to look at the conversation, so don't type, just turn on your microphone and tell me anything that you want to say. All righty, is my sound okay? Is my sound going out okay? Clear? Nice and clear? Okay, good. Thank you. So I'll turn on the PowerPoint. Okay. All right, so this is a course, Academic English Lesson, and this is an elective course. All right, this is my name, and you can just call me TC for short. And the best way to find me is through email, okay? So this is my email right now, just very easy. My name, tingchenlin@gmail.com. I'm only working part-time at school, so you only see me once a week, okay? And especially on Mission campus, I only go there every Friday. So if you have to let me know anything, email me. If you don't get my reply in 2 days, that means your mail is lost in the cyberspace. Email again, okay? All right. Yes, and unlike your high schools, because lots of us are freshmen, so college life is very different from high school life. You don't see your teachers or classmates all the time, okay? So you have to check your email every day and check the online e-learning platform so that you can know that the teacher is sending you notice as soon as possible. All righty? Okay, so this is my email. This is the book that we're going to use for this course. It's called Q. Q is actually the part of the title of the book, okay? Q, Skills for Success 4, Level 4, okay? All right, and this is published by Oxford Publisher, all right? So here is how you get the book. This is an online Google form. Since we're going to do this online teaching for 3 weeks, so I strongly suggest you to go check the Google form. I'll give you the link later. Don't worry about this, okay? I'll give you the link later. Actually, I'll show you the link first. Let me show you the link first, okay? My bad, I'm sorry. Wrong button. Okay, so this is the Google form for you to buy the book, okay? This is for listening and also reading. So if you are taking 2 courses, that's good, lucky of you. Because why? Because you can see the books are actually quite expensive, okay? The original price is like here, 725, but you'll get discounts because we're buying in box, okay? So if you are only buying the books for listening, here, this is the price you'll get. But you can, this is what you, if you are only ordering this by yourself, you have to pay the shipping cost, $100. That's quite a lot, right? So the best way is that you can find someone, if you're, for example, you are already at school, find someone who's near with you, and then you can buy the book together. If your order is more than 1,000 NT dollar, you can be waived of the shipping costs. One more time. If your order is more than 1,000 NT dollar, you don't have to pay the $100 shipping cost, okay? Or if you're taking both the listening and also reading, that's for the later 2 periods, you have to buy the 2 books, right? Okay, if you buy 2 books already, it's already more than $1,000, so no shipping cost. Okay, so this is the Google form that you will use to buy the book. Okay, question? so far about buying a book? I'm sorry that because you probably won't be able to find someone who has already bought this book already, because last semester or last school year, we use different books. So if you're already getting secondhand book, make sure you are getting a right book, because these two books are the ones that we had never used for this course, either on all the campuses, not Xinmin, Lantan, Ningxiong, we are all using the same textbook. But this year, we're all using the different books from last school year. Okay, so maybe you can find secondhand books on the internet, but probably not in school. Okay, all right. So this is the Google form that you will use. I'll send you the link later. Okay, so don't worry about this. Let me turn off the Google form and switch to it back to our PowerPoint. Okay, all right. So this is something that you concern the most, grading policy. Okay. All right, so attendance and class participation, 15%. That means you have to come to class on time, okay? And be involved, be prepared, okay? And you have to note one thing here. If you miss, be very clear, okay? If you miss seven hours, not weeks, okay? If you miss 7 hours or more, you get 0 in this part, okay? It doesn't matter what kind of absence you're taking. Doesn't matter what kind of leaves you're taking. It could be sick leave, it could be personal leaves or anything. Okay, as long as it's not something about the death of someone. Okay, if it's 丧假, it's not counted here in the 7 hours. But others, whether it's 事假, 公假, 病假, it's the same. If you miss 7 hours or more, including 7 hours, okay, you get 0 in this part. Questions? No, okay, all right. So we have the midterm and final as a written form, 20% each. And then we have group projects. TBA means to be announced. That means I'll tell you later what they're going to be, okay? Group projects, 25%. Individual reports, 20%. Okay, so this is the grading policy. Questions so far? No, moving on. So for this book, we will cover actually 8 units. For the midterm, we would do units 1, 2, 3 plus 4. What does that mean to plus 4? It's the 4th unit or unit 4 will be self-study. That means we will not cover this unit in class. You have to do it by yourself, but the units will still be covered in the midterm written exam. Okay, so in class, we will do 3 units and you will have 1 unit of self-study. And for the final exam, 578 plus 6, again, unit 6 for self-study. Okay, all right, so these are the units going. You don't have the book, so this doesn't make sense to you at all right now. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Individual written reports, okay? This is the listening course, so you have to do a lot of note-taking. So you do the note-taking in class. So for example, I'll play maybe a conversation, maybe a lecture in class. You have to prepare your a book of notes, okay? Something like this. Can you see it?
Taking.
Can you see it? Yes or no? Not. If you can see my notebook, cannot. Something like this. Can you see? Yes or no? A notebook like this. It's blank. Okay, this is my notebook for note taking. Okay, you can buy separate sheets. You know, in a stationery store, you can buy separate sheets paper, and then you can collect them later, right? You can buy those. Okay, so I just need you to have a notebook. Okay, the notebook is for note taking. So in class, while I play the audio file, you will have to do the first note taking. All right, and you have to write down, for example, on the top, you have to write down September 24th. This is what you do on September 24th. And for the same audio file, go home, you have to listen to it one more time. And then you have to do the second time note taking. Clear? So for example, every conversation in every lecture, you will have to show me 2 times of note taking. And these cannot be lost, okay? You have to compile them into one, like in folder, okay? So that you will show them to me at the end of the semester. Clear? Okay. So that's because I need you to work on your note-taking skill. It's very important, okay? Because the listening audio file is very different from what you did in your high school, maybe in other courses, English courses. The audio file is usually quite long, maybe 2, 3, 4, or even longer. So you have to learn to take good notes, okay? And this kind of note-taking skill is quite different from what you do in other classes. So we'll work on some note-taking skill. So I need you to prepare a notebook for note-taking. Question? This is the type of, personally, my graduate study is interpretation and translation. 我自己的专业是口笔译 ，OK？ 所以我们自己在做翻译的时候，我喜欢这种笔记本。What's the difference? It goes up. Normally, the notebook would turn from left to right. 平常是左右翻的，对不对 ？OK， 这种东西不是很好找，你们不一定要买这种，但是我自己个人习惯。OK， Why? What is it better for me? OK, because as an interpreter, okay, or translator, when I'm standing on a stage, I have to hold this notebook, right? Okay, and I have to listen and take notes. So basically, both of my hands are working. So if I have to turn the page and it's like this, right to left, my hand will be stuck here, right? Okay, so this kind of notebook will be easier because I can flip upward and I can move on to the next page. All right, so this is just a suggestion. You can buy this kind of notebook or any other kind of notebook, or separate note sheets, and then you can compile them later. Okay, all right, so this is what you have to do. Back to our PowerPoint. So for every lecture or conversation, every audio file, I need to see note-taking file, okay? Then vocabulary glossary. Does anyone know what glossary mean? Anyone? What does the word glossary mean? Glossary is basically a list of something, okay? So because we will have some, of course, in every conversation, in every lecture, we encounter new words, okay? And I want you to develop a habit of looking up dictionaries, English dictionaries, not English to Chinese dictionaries, okay? I need you to think in English, okay? So if you can see, for example, I will switch to the Excel file, okay? Then just wait for a few seconds. My Excel file. All right, so this is what your vocabulary glossary is going to be like here, okay? So for example, the topic of the conversation you may right now, okay, conversation on page 20, something like that, okay? Or maybe business, okay? Now you have to write down the English word. For example, let me see. That's okay, commercial. Word, that's the new word that you want to look up, okay? So what you have to do is type this word into the online English dictionary. And there's one particular English dictionary I would like you to look up, and that's called the Oxford Learner's Dictionary. I'm not sure if you have the experience of looking up English dictionary. It's quite frustrating. Why? Why is that? What is looking up new words in English dictionary very frustrating? Because when you look up one word and you look at the definition, it's all in English, right? And then you find, oh my God, there are 10 more new words. So it's quite frustrating. But for this Oxford Learner's Dictionary, it's quite helpful because it uses the basic words to help you explain or understand the word, okay? Let's go back to, let me see. I actually put the link in the Microsoft Teams as a 索引标签 on the top. If you go back to the platform, I'll go to the link first. Let me turn off the Excel file first. Moving on to the the website of this online dictionary. So this is on Oxford Learners Dictionary. I'll post the link later, or you can just Google Oxford Learners Dictionary. Okay, for example, you can type commercial. Right, so you get commercial, but what you have to pay attention to is that maybe the same word have two different kind of part of speech. What is part of speech? Adjective, nouns, verbs, prepositions, these are called part of speech. 所谓的词性, okay? All right. And this is why I have to ask you to write down in your vocabulary glossary too, okay? And you have to say, you probably say, you see, commercial has an adjective form and also a noun form. How do I know which form I need to write down? You have to go back to your audio file and listen to it. Make sure what kind of part of speech you are looking for that sentence, okay? Yeah. 然后回去听到的句子，你要去确认说，好，这个句子里面它应该是形容词还是名词 ，and then you go back to the dictionary. Okay, all right. So for example, you are looking for noun, so this is adjective. So this is not a definition that you are looking for. Okay, so you have to click here, commercial as a noun. You click, and you see the definition for commercial as a noun. Okay, so this is what you have to write down here. An advertisement on television, on the radio, or on a website, and that's a commercial, okay? Maybe the word, okay, for this word, it only has one definition. Maybe the word has several definitions. So again, you have to go back to your audio file and listen to the sentence, see which definition match the sentence that you heard, okay? So you have to think about it, not just write down the first definition, okay? So this is the online English dictionary. After you write down the English definition, what you have to do for the second step is find a good example sentence. So here, there are several example sentences, okay? So find one that you think that will help you learn the word or memorize the word the best, okay? And remember, I want a sentence, not a phrase. For example, a TV television commercial, this is not a sentence, so you don't write down this on the part of example sentence, okay? You have to find a sentence. For example, the marketing campaign is starting with 4 online commercials. This is a sentence, okay? So you can put the sentence on the column of example sentence. Okay, so this is about using this online English dictionary. Let me go back to the Excel file.
等一下，麻烦你再把那个网页传给我。
Okay.
我再回去补。
I forgot to put one.
你帮我看一下现在是几分几秒。
You actually put a definition here. So English part of speech, for example, you're looking for noun. Definition. What do we just write now? It's
8分钟
what do you say?
OK. 我等一下再回来。
The definition that you found on the dictionary, and you write it down here on the column of definition, and then you write down one example sentence, okay? Remember, you don't make up the sentence by yourself. We want to learn from good sentences. So find one sentence from the dictionary, not one that is written by yourself. Clear? Okay, so this is about glossary, all right? Because I'm only showing you how to do this glossary. Actually, I'm asking you to handwrite your vocabulary glossary instead of copying everything on the Excel file. No. Because when you're copying, you don't learn anything. Okay. So what I'm asking here, let me exit the Excel file. What I'm asking you here is to handwrite your vocabulary glossary. Okay. So for we have to write down English word, part of speech, definition, and also the example sentence. Okay. All right. And I will let you know later for which week I need to see the vocabulary glossary for which units, okay? So you will know when to hand in your vocabulary glossary. Alrighty? Okay, back to the PowerPoint file. So this is your individual written reports. Note-taking, vocabulary glossary. You don't have to worry about note-taking because this is what you have to do. While you listen, you take down notes, right? Okay. And this is something that you have to spend more time on, right? Okay, because you have to handwrite, okay? And I want to just develop this habit of looking at words in English dictionary, okay? Alrighty, that's for individual written reports. Questions so far? Yes. 齐宇 you got a question?
那个教授刚刚那个他说笔记要写2次是什么意思？是
Because when you listen, for example, in class, I'll play the audio file for the first time. You take down notes, right? That's note taking number 1.
对
And after you go home, you listen to it again and you do the note taking the second time. So you will have 2 note taking. Clear?
好，谢谢。好，
Okay.
谢谢。
You're welcome. Other questions? By the way, I'm not a professor. I'm just a lecturer.
什么意思？我想要请问 note taking 是那边是什么意思？
So when you listen, for example, I play a conversation, right? And you listen to their conversation and have to write down some information about their conversation. So this is just write down details. So to help you understand what they're talking about. OK， 所以不是我上课，不是记我上课讲的东西的笔记，是我这堂课是听力嘛，每次都会有声音档，那个声音档会比我刚刚说的会比以前你们考试的长度都长很多。那长很多的这样情况之下呢，你必须一定要靠笔记，不然你脑袋记不了那么多东西。所以我们是要学会记笔记的技巧，所以是听那个听力的笔记，不是听我上课的笔记，这样懂吗？
好，笑死。
OK。You're welcome.
上次
Other
的信
questions?
函在9月18号啊。
No? Okay. Just remember, do not lose your note-taking records, okay? You have to compile them at the end of the semester, so you will show them to me, okay? All right. Moving on to group projects. All right. So you will form into groups, okay? 2 to 3 people. Obviously, you cannot find your group right now, okay? Maybe we'll do this in the 4th week, okay? 2 to 3 people in one group, okay? And what you have to do in your group project is that you have to listen or watch 2 TED Talk speeches. You all know TED Talk, right? Okay. So these are the topics that we will cover in the semester, during the semester, okay? Business, psychology, nutrition, education, anthropology, and engineering. Okay, this word is probably not quite so familiar for you. Does anyone know what's anthropology?
营养教育 and
anthropology. It's a little bit. Yes, it's a little bit like history. Okay, it's just studying the human history through examining the objects maybe that are found underneath maybe some cities or underneath some houses buried in the ground, and then you examine the history of humankind. Anthropology, 这是所谓的人类学 okay? All right, anthropology. So we have 6 topics here, okay? And also engineering, okay? You can choose 2 of them. For each group, okay? Choose 2 topics. And then go to TED Talk, find 2 speeches that are about these 2 topics, okay? Remember, the video that we find that cannot be shorter than 15 minutes, okay? All right, so for what do you have to do for these 2 TED Talk speeches, okay? I forgot to put this one down, okay? You have to write down, actually compile again, a vocabulary glossary. Okay, so important words. Important words that are shown in the speeches. So you compile this as a group, okay? All right. For this one, you don't have to handwrite. You can just use the Excel file, okay? All right. So this Excel file or the glossary is for your classmates who haven't watched this video before, okay? All right, so your group watched 2 videos and you have to compile 1 glossary for each speech, okay? All right, and then you will have to do 1 oral presentation as a group. Everyone has to talk, okay? Telling us what did you learn in the video or what is the video mainly about. Clear? One more time. For this group project, you have to do 2 things, okay? First of all, watch 2 TED Talk speeches. You can choose 2 of the 6 topics. after you watch the videos, you have to, as a group, you compile a glossary for each for each speech. That means 2 glossary for each group, right? Okay. And then after you absorb the information that you acquire from the videos, you will have to do one oral presentation in class, maybe. Okay, we'll see, because we're not sure how COVID-19 is going to develop, right? Okay, so maybe in class, maybe in a video, we don't know yet, okay? But it's oral presentation. Every group mate has to talk, telling us what the video is about, okay? And for this oral presentation, I'm asking only to pick one of the 2 videos that you watch. So you do not introduce 2 videos, okay? You only introduce 1 video and about the information that you get from the video. And you talk about this. And remember, I want you to talk to us, not read to us. So do not just remember everything that the speaker said and just copy what he or she said. No, I want you to, really digest the information and put it out or express in your own words. So I want you to talk to us, not just read to us. Clear? Questions so far?
Oral presentation.
About group projects. No? Okay. All right. So that's for group projects. So because that's a lot of work. So maybe we'll do it for the second half of the semester. 在期中考之后，我们才会再让你们完成这件事情。但前面我一定会可能会告诉你，我会给你说第几周的时候我们要完成到什么程度。So you don't just put everything till the deadline. You don't want to chase the deadline every time, okay? Because it's a lot of work. Okay. So again, individual written reports, note taken, and vocabulary glossary for each unit. The new words for each unit. That's for yourself, not for the group. And for the group projects, watch video, compile vocabulary glossary, and do one oral presentation. So that is here, 45% of the semester. So if you're, because if you are one of those people who don't actually do very well in written tests, there are a lot of things that you can do to help make up the grades. Okay, so you don't only rely on your written test. No, you have to do a lot more for this course.
不然我觉得找一个第三变数普龙工，我觉得没必要。
Question? No? Okay, so again, how many people should you find for your group? Valley, how many people?
干，连陈淼都连你都知道了，那他是怎么进来的？
开麦克风跟我讲 ，Valley。
拿鼻子啊。
203。
我想问他 jerk 是什么意思
？How many TED Talk speeches you are watching？嘉玲。
对。Right， 我可能准备当掉。
2, very good. Okay, Meijie, do you have any question?
No.
No, okay, because your mic is on. Other questions? Anyone?
张乐婷，是，请说。
火影第5季是在演什么剧情啊
？Meijie, you wanna switch? You wanna mute your microphone?
我没有。
No.
是接什么事件之后啊？我忘记了。
就那个啊。
All right, so moving on.
火的。
All right, let's take no, actually no break.
我想起来了，
we'll do a very short warming up activity for this course, and then we'll call it a day.
就是
入
股要开始觉醒啊 ，A 班对 B 班。
Okay, let's look at
他体内的 140， 他体内历代的140，他是要给他
Let me shut down the
PowerPoint
file.
好帅啊！好，继续。
Later, I'm going to show you a picture. And this is actually a picture from our textbook, the first units, okay? By looking at the picture, please make a guess or make a prediction what a unit is going to talk about. Okay, so when you look at the picture, you may have some answer ready, because I'm going to call some names and tell me what do you think the unit is going to be about. Okay? Ready? Here is the picture. By looking at this picture, what do you think is going to be covered in this unit? Answer me in English, of course, not in Thai.
我想说你什么时候才要放全幕？
Have your answers ready, okay? You might want to
我习惯那样的画面。
practice speaking first.
要说话吗？现在可以说话吗？
安妮吗？真瘦了。
I'll give you 2 minutes to think about your own answer while I go get a cup of tea, okay? All right, I'll come back in 2 minutes.
喝茶。Have a cup of tea 啊，喝茶。喝茶，休息一下，这样。干你娘嘞！教育系系学会在那边一直分享那些奇怪的东西，什么男懒、男排、男屁、挖个小啊，你掰啊！那已经没救了，好不好？妈的，都进嘉义大学好像也不会多有救。你们恭喜妈的可恶！
Lovely.
When you're thinking about your answer, try not to write a sentence down, okay? Because you have to work your brain.
他说要写下
Directly
来，
from your brain
他的
through
力
your
回来了
mouth,
吗？
not through
还没
words
啊
first.
回来的啦。
之后好像回来了，但是现在还没有。哦。Shadow.
Okay, I'm going to ask 5
大
people
堂
to
怪
answer my question, okay? I'm
但
going to
是
say the
台南
first 3 names, and then while these people answer, later I'll call 2 more people, okay? The first one would be 廖佳慧. The second one would be
他们丢了蛮
陈
准的。
品豪. The third one would be 刘良轩. Okay, also I'll call 3 people first. Later I'll call 2 more. So
叫你
others,
那个，叫你
be
讲你在
prepared
这
too,
幅
okay?
图的感受。
All right, 佳慧, are you ready?
Nice,
Yes.
nice.
Okay, so what do you think?
就
Um,
说
你就说 nice,
你
nice
就说
I
你的感
think
觉啊。
a
He's
conductor
very,
is
Really nice.
conducting the band to play a
Really nice,
symphony.
Yes.
Nice.
So what does that tell us? What is unit is going to be
那谁啊？
about?
Um,
那
about
个刚刚这个
music.
右边那一个，
About
这
music?
个
Okay. Anything
交
else?
代交
It's a
代，
very broad topic.
讲
Music. That's all?
完全记不住他名字啊！
Maybe the story of the
我根本要记名
conductor.
字啊！
Good. Okay. Maybe the story of the conductor. The conductor is someone who is, guiding the whole band. Right.
Yes.
Good.
刚
Thank
只是
you.
介绍而已
Thank you.
是吧
Next one, 品豪。
起来
While Pinhao is
刚才没有跳过
going to answer, let me
boss
call the
speaker.
4th person. 冯婷, Zhang Fengting, you will be number 4. Pinhao?
我要当
Yes.
第
What
四
do you
个
think?
哦。Mm-hmm.
他们两个在自我介绍哎。
Yeah, yeah.
这个
This isn't what the
谁
picture
啊
is about, but you have to look at the picture and make a guess what the unit is
哎
going to
卡乐
about.
这模拟战而已啊。是吧？卡乐卡乐，我
You,
没看
you're
到
just
回去
talking
回
about the
去
picture, but I want you to
哪里
guess
哪里
what the unit is going
那
to
个
talk
对
about.
对对，这里这里就是这里，对对对。
好大哦，
Any wild guesses? There's no wrong answer. We're making guesses here.
有画面有画面的。
Pinhao? Still you.
Oh.
他们身高
啊
身高好
How
像
about I'll go back to you
160
later?
170哎，好狠啊！
Okay,
他们是
Pinhao.
国中吗？哦，高
You
中
think
哦
for a few more
高中
minutes?
吗？
Liang Xuan,
好像高一而已
what do you
啊。
think?
哦，有道理。
嗯，
这在冲他笑。
好
又
啦
下去了。有个北
Anything? Wild guesses? Any guesses?
他说 unit 是什么？我直接听不懂。我越来越紧张了 ，fuck。
So what do we see in the picture?
The symphony conductor.
好恶心哦。
Yes.
造水啊。它可以折射。
So what does
你
the
先沉
conductor
淀一下
do?
等下你先看我怎么回答，因为我也不太清楚要怎么回答，我先探索看看，好吧？
The easy answer would be a conductor.
我先探索看看，他要的回答是什么。先探索看看，等我一下。有点紧张。
You're making things too complicated. Think about it easy way. A conductor does what?
The
然后有车。
symphony.
Yes. Conductor, O-R-O-E-R. That means the person who does the verb in the front, right? Okay. So the conductor conducts a band. That's the easiest answer, right? Okay. So he's actually conducting the whole band, telling the band what to do, right? So
Yes.
maybe the units will be talking about what?
Oh, this is a unit. 哦，这是一个单元就对了。
Music or conducting skills?
例如肯定不及格。
哦，我的。
Any guesses? There's no wrong answer, and I don't bite you.
他不会咬你，他好像。
Any guesses? No, you need more time. Okay, Tin Hao, how about you? What do you think?
是啊，How about you?
Tin Hao?
Yes.
So have you thought about an answer?
那谁呀？
Not
那
yet.
个吧。
Not yet.
Okay.
哦，
How
看不
about
出来，他没穿衣服
number
就看不出
4?
来。
Feng Ting, what do you think?
Yes. In this picture, I saw the band. They're immersed in their performance, so I think the. Sorry, I need to remember. I think the unit want to talk about how to enjoy in what you love.
Good. Follow your passion, right? Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's a very good guess. Okay. Any other wild guesses? Anyone? I'm not calling names. Any volunteers? Or as one of my college professors said, any brave souls?
Any brave souls?
Anyone?
怎么样？快点，快点上啊！
Yes.
很高。
Yes. Jialing, yes.
I think in
Wait,
Wait,
wait.
要
For
补
one
教
last,
我
I'm
靠
not actually a professor. I'm a lecturer, so just call me teacher.
teacher, I
Yes.
think above the picture, maybe the topics includes the organization of the concert. Maybe it's a story of the conductor, the whole orchestra, or just the composer.
Mm-hmm. So the point would be.
So maybe the point will be it will talk about the professional jobs.
等把那个听力完还要阅读。
The what job?
但我
Maybe
现在头超级晕，我超紧张。
any kinds of
敲一敲啊。
the job in the organization of
Okay, organization. Okay, so the skill of organizing a group, something like that. Yes.
yes.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Someone else is talking. Who was talking? No? Any other wild guesses?
Excuse me,
Yes,
can I
Jingjing.
answer it?
Yes, Mei Jie, I'm sorry.
I guess the conductor will win great applause after the performance.
Yes. So the person will get really great applause or, hand clapping. So what does that tell about the topic of the unit?
爆雷。
Let me think.
Okay. Any other Xinjing you were saying?
I think the conductor is like our lecturer. Like we should listen the instruction that given by the conductor, who is our lecturer, and it's also talking about we should work together so that we only can perform a good performance to the audience. So this is the first point, and second point is listening to the instruction that given by the lecturer.
Okay, follow instructions and cooperation that can lead to a good outcome. Is that what you're saying?
带给我们什么道理？
Okay.
就像我刚刚讲的，他想要带给我们怎么在怎么去享受你所爱的东西之类的。
Jingjing, where are you from?
就举这个例子啊，就想你觉得这个单元会想带给我们什么？
Okay, all right. So let's actually, this is going to, you won't believe this. The topic or the unit's topic is business.
Business, fuck.
How come? Business. Okay.
Fuck.
So actually, this is from
business,
the idea of being a leader. So Jialing is not quite far from the idea, right? Okay. This is about organizing a group of people or organizing a group or a company. So leadership is actually what we're going to talk about for this unit. Okay. So I have a few discussion question for you to do. Okay. Let me show you the question first.
跟我讲有屁用哦。
I haven't done this before on the Microsoft Teams, but maybe I think I want to put you in groups, okay, randomly. Okay, so here's the first question. Think of a leader you admire. So just give me any name. Any leader you admire or any leader that you have in mind. Who is a good leader or who is a leader? Any name. Whether he or she is good or bad, actually. Let me see. Ziyu, give me one name. Who do you think is a leader?
In English, or
if you can, in English, not in Thai.
Ho Yo-yi.
Ho Yo-yi, okay. All right.
That's
so the mayor of Xinbei City, right? Okay. All right. Good. Yeah. Meijie, I'm sorry. You already talked.
Mayor Han, of course, Mayor Han. He's the best mayor in my heart.
Who do you think is the leader?
The best joker in my heart.
Your room is very close to the main road. Any name? A leader?
都可以吗？
Yes.
Guo Taimin.
Okay. Does Guo Taimin have an English name? I'm not sure. Okay. All right. Good. Qiyu, what do you think? Give me one name. Who do you think is a leader?
Yeah. 哎，你来跟他说，你跟他说，没有，你跟他说，你要说健身晃啊，说老黄。
Yes.
Okay. Good. Let's see. Wen'en? Wen'en? Are you here?
文赞啊。
Okay. Give me one name.
文赞啊，是我啊。
Our president.
蔡英文。
啊，刷到了塔利班，塔利班。
齐芳 ，Give me one more name.
哇，塔利班，好的，塔利班。塔利班呐。塔利班。你跟他说我是赵少康，我喜欢战斗狼，我要出手。
延长寿。
延长寿 ，OK. I think the founder of What's the name of his company?
Oh,
What's the name of his company? I
fuck
forgot.
you.
And the president of the hotel.
Which hotel?
雅都丽致.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. Yeah. Good. His face appears quite often on magazines or newspapers, right? Okay.
哦，原来是少了火焰人，我
Okay,
小
good.
看不
So
习
these are
惯。
leaders, whether good or bad. Okay. So the
你现在
second
没有火
question
就
I
认
want
不
you to
出
think
来。
about is that what makes this person a good leader? So think about the qualities. What are some qualities that this
哦
person, the leader in your mind, has that make him or her a good leader? So I want you to name
刚在病
qualities,
床认不出来，
people's
至少这些
qualities.
货。
Okay. I want you to put you in groups. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, I'm going to press the button of putting in groups. I'm not very sure what's going to happen, but you will probably be brought into different, small video conference, and then you would talk with these random classmates. Okay, so don't be shy. You're already, screens apart. Okay, so just talk with them. Remember the question. You share your idea. Okay, so each person, you will tell each other who do you think is a good leader, or who is a leader, and what are the qualities that make him or her a leader. Okay, these are the two questions I want you to talk about here. Okay, here we go. Let's try. So we have how many people? 24, 23. So that makes, how about 8 groups? Let's go. It takes a few seconds. Are you in? Yes or no? No?
这边要先忙哦，这边要讲正事了。你帮我录影哦，麻烦你3秒。
Trying to open the conference rooms. Are you in? I think some of you are in.
陈品豪，喂。
If you're in the conference room, talk with your group mates. Share your idea. Who is a leader?
Hi. 它应该是有一个那个吧，就是一个什么设定，然后它就帮你自动分组。
现在自己分的，哎呀，他分的、哦。所以现在是怎么样？所以现在是要讨论。要讨论吗？
那个百里你没有开麦克风。
哦，现在有吗？现在有声音了吗？
有了有。
嗯，好，谢谢。现在是要讨论什么？是什么成为一个好的领导者吗
？Quality 是什么？是像 personality 之类的吗？就是他说什么话，可是我不知道 quality 在哪里什么意思。
感觉跟 personality 差不多吧。
我也觉得。
他的什么特质或才能？
可以，没关系，没关系。
So， 我们是要讨论一个人吗？还是分享我们自己觉得的？
哦喂，不好意思。
哦。
我刚刚只是讲了，然后没有干嘛，不好意思。我有听到，我有听到。
那你们有想到谁吗？ 我刚刚有想到那个 Steve Jobs， 就是贾博士，他应该也算一个 leader 吧？
冒进的精神那样。
算吧。
啊。
那我们现在讲一讲，等一下就是有需要分享吗？就是
你说
是这样哦。
感觉应该会要我们去讲吧。
就是 share your ideas with your groups， 可是他没有说要统整一个答案，那应该不用。好，
然后2点25分回来。哦呀。那我们就是纯粹就讲自己的吗？还是我们要讨论出
应该是讲自己的吧？
哦，讲自己的。OK。OK， 我现在直接在 Google， 我就直接打 Steve Jobs and Quality， 然后就会，因为我觉得因为 Steve Jobs 太有名了，所以其实很多人在写他有什么特质。看你们要不要，就是也找一个你们觉得的人，然后可以讲讲看，就是看看你觉得他有什么。因为像 Steve Jobs， 就在文章里面他就有写到，他有一个he have a clear vision， 他有一个很清晰的愿景，就是他很知道他未来会发生什么事，所以他就会把它做出来这样。So and你们还有想到其他的谁吗？就是你们自己觉得的。哦，你也直接查 Bill Gates Quality， 知道吗？
我可以讲蔡英文嘛？这样会不会有政治立场？
应该还好啦。
哦，好。
至少他也是我们的总统啊。嘿啊。
其实我也没有觉得他是有独立的。
那你怎么会第一个想到蔡英文？
就很直觉啊，但也没有觉得不好啦。
你是因为想到总统这个字连接到 leader， 所以才会比较直接的想到蔡英文，还是？
我第一个想到是卢秀燕。你知道台中是要办爵士音乐节吗？我觉得他是一个 bad leader。
卢秀燕不就那个吗？古关空气的那个。
哦，对啊，他不是他最近不是要办爵士音乐节，可是他应该不能讲 bad leader。
哇哦。
没关系，我如果他问我讲蔡英文，
比较中性一点。
对。
哇，我们还有
5分钟。
真的。 那我们要不要那个就是先把自己可以讲的先统整好，因为以防他等一下就会要我们直接讲出来。
他该不会问我们彼此讲了什么？
有可能呢，我觉得。On perfection before the launch of the app, I want to get the headphone. Ten characters. Wow. 那你看比尔盖茨他有写到什么吗？好。
4 minutes, and I'm shutting down all the group conferences.
Okay. Stronger in caution. Wait minutes.
你们要不要讲一下你们找到了什么？哦，你是比尔盖茨吗？
我查到就是 Steve Jobs， 他就是他上面就直接写就是 stay focus， 他就是一个很专注，就一心一意想要做这件事情的人。然后他另外一个就是 keep it simple， 他就把东西尽可能的做的简洁，然后美观，然后最重要他有一个 imposing his own version of reality， 还有他对于现实有自己的愿景，然后差不多就这样。
什么是 imposing 什么
version？Imposing his own version of reality。
我不知道，我不知道是什么意思。
就是我想一下要怎么讲。Well， 等一下哦，我想一下。
那我先讲我的好了。
好。
就是我觉得他是个 good leader， 因为他很积极的改革，所以他就是要 lead 这个国家去一个好的 future。然后在他 Instagram 上面看起来，他是一个就是还蛮亲民的人，这样子。
改革
没有吗？
我也不知道，我比较没有在关心。
其实我也不知道，就是不太确定，但也没关系啊。
OK。
剩下1分钟。
就是快要结束，快要时间到了。Develop, have a vision. 他 have a vision 就好。
其实没关系啊，你知道就好了。没关系。
那个 vision 应该就是比较有一种有远见的感觉。
哦，反正就是他很有远见。
就是有远见。
Microphones off.
对啊，那你讲话让我对啊，我要听你的跟听他的。
要同时听说话跟听观众说话。
Everyone, turn off your microphone. Everyone, turn off your microphone. We don't want to get in fights. Okay, so have your answer ready. So what I want you to say when I call your name, okay, tell me who is the leader in your mind and what are some qualities that he or she have. And you have to tell me one of your group mates' idea of leader, who that person is and what quality he or she has. Okay, one more time. When I call your name, tell me your idea of leader, who that person is, what are some qualities that he or she have. Okay, second one, tell me one of your group mates' idea of leader, name, qualities. Clear? Okay. All right. So first one would be Qiao An. Number 2 would be Ping Yi. Is Ping here? No. Let's see. Ping Yi. No. Number 2 will be Jialing. Okay. Number 3 would be Ping Xuan. Yusen, can you turn off your microphone? Okay. So, John, tell me, who do you think is a leader, and what are some qualities that he or she had?
蔡英文.
Yes. What do you think are some qualities that make her a leader?
Is very kind and wise. Yes.
Anything else? You can say no.
No.
No. Okay. Now tell me your group mate's idea.
Okay. What?
Did you talk with any group mates?
No.
No?
No.
Were you in a little conference room? 你刚好被分配到小的分组讨论区吗？
Yeah.
Is there anyone there?
No.
You didn't talk.
Did
you talk?
Yo.
Yes. Okay. So what did your group mate say?
She's really.
Who is she here?
蔡英文.
Okay, good. I thought you were saying Qiao An. All right. Okay. All right. Shen Yang, what do you think? So you also think Tsai Ing-wen is a leader?
Yes.
Okay. So what are some qualities that she has?
She's very tough.
Tough. What else?
And really kind.
Oh, these two qualities can become.
She has
mixing
her personal personality, I think.
Who doesn't? She has her own personal personality. Who doesn't? What kind of personality or quality does she have?
Sometimes she.
正阳, when you are talking, do not swing. You are making me dizzy. 我就好像在坐船了. Okay. 不要摇晃. Yes. Sometimes she is.
She can stand in Taiwan people and think Taiwan people need.
Oh, okay. So you're, for example, putting in one's shoes. You can say you're putting in Taiwanese people's shoes. It means you are thinking from their perspective, right? Good. Yes. Anything else? Joanne, you want to say something? No?
No.
No, Xiangyang. Any more? Anything else? That's all?
Yes.
That's all. Good. All right. Thank you. Jialing, what do you think?
In my opinion, I think...
actually, I'm so sorry. We have two Jialing here. I'm not thinking about you. I'm sorry. Li Jialing. I'm sorry. I apologize.
那个老师，我刚刚不小心出去会议室，然后等到我再进来，他那个小组会已经结束，所以我没有参与到。
Oh, it's okay. Now tell me your idea of leader.
西蒙波娃。
I have no idea who that person is.
She is 她是那个女权运动的，就是类似发起者。
She's a feminist.
I think she is very brave.
Brave.
And smart.
Smart. Any other qualities?
No.
No more? Where is she from? Whose country? I'm sorry. Which country is she from?
I forgot.
Asia, Europe, America? Which continent? Sounds like an Asian name to me. I don't know. 你再说一遍那个名字好不好？
西蒙波娃。
Okay. All right. Google that name later. Okay. All right.
他是法国人。
France. Okay. She's from France. Okay. Good. All right. Next one. How about Yu Sheng? What do you think? Are you here? Chen Yusheng. No? Not here. Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to talk about, right? Leaders' qualities or people's qualities, okay? What are some qualities that make a person an effective leader, okay? Now we're going to listen to a conversation that is taking place in a classroom, okay? So I need you to take a piece of paper, find a piece of paper or any notebook, because I need you to do note taking. Find a piece of paper. All set? Everyone has a piece of paper for note taking. Yes? Okay. So this is a conversation between a teacher and a few students, okay? So you have to write down every student's points of view, Okay, all right. So you don't have to write down the whole sentence. Just jot down key information. Okay, so which student, what opinion. Okay, all right. For conversations or lectures like this, I would recommend you to fold your note paper, okay, or paper into half like this. This is called T-chart note taking. 所谓的梯形表记笔记 okay, all right. Especially when you know that it's a conversation between two sides of people, okay, 可以是这样子。这样的梯形表笔记方法可以运用在does anyone doesn't speak Chinese at all? Can everyone understand Chinese? Yes. Okay, all right. 梯形表可以用在什么？如果你们以后有修下学期的学术英文的话，它着重是在讲 TOEFL test，OK， 托福考试。托福考试现在非常 ，it's going to be extremely difficult。现在托福考试比我们那个年代难超级多的 ，OK，all right。然后它会有很多这样子，就是所谓的 conversation between a lecturer, and students, and maybe school administrative and also the students, OK， 所以像这种东西，你知道会有两边人的对话的时候，你可以善用这样的 T 字形的这样的表格来做。所以左边的话可以是，例如说那个人然后说了什么，两边各说什么 ，OK， 学生说了什么，对方说了什么。Or if it's a lecture talking about the pros and cons of a topic, pros cons 一个东西正反两面，你可以这样记法 ，OK， 所以这是一种 T chart note taking, okay? So later there are going to be quite a few students talking about what they think about a good leader is, okay? 所以你那个名字你不用拼对，你就大概知道是谁讲了什么东西，大概的拼一下而已哦 ，okay? All right. So remember, note taking is not writing down every word you hear. It's only writing down the most important key information. Remember, okay? 千万不要做听写哦 okay? All right. All right, let's listen to it for the first time. You can ignore the screen, okay? Just listen, because I need to play this software so that I can play the audio file.
Unit 1, Business.
Can everyone hear? Yes or no? 刚刚已经播了声音出来，有没有人完全没听到的？ Is it loud enough? Loud enough? Yes or no? 齐豫 yes.
Yes. Yes.
Go. Yes, okay. All right, good. Let's continue.
The Q Classroom.
Today we're beginning Unit 1. Every unit in Q starts with a question. As we go through the unit, we will continue to discuss this question. Our answers may change as we explore the topic. The question for Unit 1 is, what makes a good leader? Think about some people in leadership positions, like executives of large corporations or captains of sports teams. What kinds of positive or negative qualities do they have? What do you think, Marcus?
I think when some people are bad leaders, they feel that they are better than others, or that they don't have to follow the rules the way other people do.
What do you think, Yuna? What do you think is a good quality for a leader to have?
I think people should be more responsible when they become leaders.
You mean responsible for other people?
Yes, they have to understand that their decisions affect a lot of people.
How about you, Sophie? What do you think makes a good leader?
Well, I agree with Yuna that a good leader understands the effects of their decisions on everyone. But it isn't easy to make everyone happy. Bad leaders think that they should be making all of the decisions, or they don't really need to consider how other people think or feel.
Felix, what's your opinion? We've heard that good leaders should have a strong sense of responsibility, but that reaching the best decision for everyone isn't easy. What do you think?
Well, sometimes leaders are kind of isolated because everyone is looking to them to make the decisions. but at the same time, everyone wants the decisions to go their own way. That's a difficult position to be in. I would say that being a leader is very difficult in some ways, so you have to have a strong character.
Okay. Okay, personally, I still use the note-taking skill as an interpreter. 我的个人记笔记习惯还是从我自己做口译员的那个习惯沿来 ，OK， 大概长这样 ，Can you see？ 所以你们看到 not too many words, a lot of symbols, arrows, OK。之后我们回去学校上课的时候，可能或者是下礼拜，我如果把这我手写的东西可以很好的呈现出来的时候，我再跟你讲。通常我觉得这个东西很好用，可以适用在 listening 里面 ，OK？ 所以main ideas, and also you are not writing down words, okay? When I'm note taking, I don't think about whether I should write down Chinese or English. I only write down the words that comes to my mind in the very beginning. 脑里面有什么就先出来了 ，OK? All right. So you don't think about, oh, how to spell that word. When you are thinking about the spelling, 2 more sentences are gone, right? Okay. So only write down that what comes to your mind at first, okay? All right. Okay. All right. So this is the teacher talking about that. We will raise one question for every unit. Maybe your question will, your answer will change.
Teacher, your microphone is off.
我刚刚讲这么久都没有人理我，跟我讲，要早一点讲，我跟白痴一样。OK, all right, OK, here， 重讲一遍。Unbelievable， 你们那么多人都没有要跟我讲。Here, so this is my note-taking skill as an interpreter。我没有，是因为我还是很习惯用我自己以前做口译的时候，做口译员的时候做的笔记。OK, all right. So a lot of symbols, a lot of arrows, a lot of a lot of simplified words. I'm not talking about simplified Chinese, okay? All right. So when you're taking notes, you don't think about what language you use. You think about what comes to your mind first. Maybe it's a picture, maybe it's a word, maybe it's in Chinese, maybe it's in English, maybe it's in Taiwanese phonetic symbol, 注音符号，都可以。Anything that has a meaning to you, okay? All right. Because you are not writing down all information. You're only writing down what matters the most, okay? So in the beginning, the teacher says that for every unit, we're going to raise one question, and then maybe your answer will change throughout the course, but it's okay. Now, I want you to tell me, what is the question raised for unit 1 here? How did you write down the question? What is the question here? What did you hear? What is the question here? Buddy, what do you think? Tell me now, what do you think? Tell me the question. What is the question that being asked here?
The teacher say, what is the good or bad quality to a leader?
Very good. Okay, good. So this is how I jot down the information here. This is the question. Can you see? Question here. What? Question here. Good leader. 对我来说，这个东西就是 leader。OK， 这里因为我知道他整篇都在讲有关 leader 的东西，所以我今天就用 L 来代表我的 leader。OK， 但是记得哦，我不建议每次你常常用一个字母 ，only one letter is very dangerous。OK， because if you only write down A, it could be anything。所以通常我大概一个主题下面，我只会找一样东西，就是今天的大主题来做我用一个字母来做的笔记的符号而已。OK，all right。Here is leader。对我来说，我自己个人之后我们会再说。OK， 对我来说，我的符号上面只要加一个圈圈。If you put a little circle on my symbol, that means the person who does this。所以对我来说，这个是领导的人。OK，all right。So could be a CEO， 他是举例的，对不对 ？Could be a CEO of a company. It could be a captain of a sports team。所以我只有写 sports， 其他都是你脑袋里面记得哦。OK，remember，trust your short-term memory。 你的短暂记忆力是有很大作用的哦。Okay, so what you write down is only served as a trigger. What's a trigger? Anyone? What's a trigger? Trigger, T-R-I-G-G-E-R. What's a trigger? As a noun. 原本是什么东西？
扣的扳机。
扳机 ，right? Okay. So trigger 是你要按了它之后，子弹才会出去嘛。所以它才有后来的延伸的意思，就是说引发了某件事情 ，right? Okay. So your note is only a trigger to your memory. 你要靠的还是你的记忆哦。你不要觉得记了笔记之后就不用靠记忆力哦，大部分还是要靠记忆。What you write down is only as a trigger to bring back your memory. 写下来只是要让你记得哦，他刚讲那一段。那一段大部分讯息还是在你的脑袋里面哦。OK, all right, OK， 所以你不用写下每个字。所以像我刚刚下面这个 here, all right, positive, negative qualities. OK， 但我字很熟啊 ，no。OK， 好 ，positive negative 这种就很简单，用正负这样来记就好了。OK， 所以你就知道大概这样的东西，所以你之后越来越近，你就会大概知道说哪些东西要写，哪些东西不要写。OK, all right. There's also one key important thing to remember when you're note taking. Listen and understand before you write down any words. Comprehension is key, okay? Comprehension always goes before note taking. 理解是最重要，你没有理解，你记下来都是字而已哦。Believe me， 记下来很多字，你不知道它串起来是什么意思。OK， 所以一定要懂了之后。再来选择你要写下来什么字 ，OK? This is a very important thing. 我今天就是讲 key important. Okay, all right, okay, all right. So the question here: what are some qualities that a good leader have? Right? Maybe it's positive, maybe it's negative. All right. So the first student is called, I think it's Marcus, right? Is that the name you write down? Marcus. Can anyone tell me what's Marcus' answer? 师傅 what did you write down? 师傅
I think he said the leader was arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to take others' opinions.
Good. All right. So is he talking about anyone in particular?
It's good. It's a bad.
Yeah,
negative.
a bad leader, but not all the bad leaders. Right. Very good. Okay. Marcus said a bad leader is someone who thinks he's better than anyone. So that's the word you said, arrogant. Very good. Okay. Thinking he's better than everyone else. Also, I think the original word is that the person was rude to our others. Right. Okay. Again, so he's not paying respect to other people. Good. So Marcus is talking about the negative qualities of a leader. Right. Okay. Moving on. So the second student, Yuna, I think it's Yuna, right? What did Yuna say about the qualities of a good or bad leader? Let's see. 一平，说一平。What did you hear?
She say a good quality of a good leader and need to be responsible.
Mm-hmm. To who? To the leader, him or herself, or to other people?
To other people.
Why?
No matter himself or other people.
Yeah, I think her focus is on being responsible for other people. But why? She mentioned a reason. To write down?
Because
did you get that part?
Yes.
Okay. 你的笔记上面写了什么东西？
只写了 responsible.
Okay. But you forgot about the second part, the reason, right? Anyone? Anyone? Why does Yuna think that a good leader should be responsible for everyone? For what? Here, can you see? Up here, okay? So from here, I can say, because a good leader has to understand that his every decision will affect a lot of people. 这是我记的方法 ，OK， all right。所以这个对我来说，这个东西啊，这个弧线很好用哦 ，OK。对什么造成影响，对什么造成冲击，对谁造成就是类似影响的概念的时候，我就画这样的一个弧形的符号，下面就是会受到影响的对象。OK， all right， 所以你就不用再去记影响或 influence 或是 affect 这么长的字 ，OK， all right。So to think the decision a leader makes will affect many people. That's the reason. OK, good. Next student would be Sophie, right? OK, what did Sophie say? Dream. Are you here? Yes, you are here. Louder, I can't hear you.
I think she said a leader need to make everyone happy.
Is it possible to make everyone happy?
And leader need to take everyone's opinions.
Right, okay, so she's saying, Sophie is saying it's very difficult to make everyone happy, although the leader has to be responsible for everyone, but it's not possible for him or her to make everyone happy, right? So it's very difficult for a leader to make a good decision, right? Okay, good. So her focus is that it's difficult to make a decision that can make everyone happy. That's her focus. Next one will be Felix, right? What did Felix say? 文化.
Felix thinks that the leaders are kind of isolating because they're hard to make everybody happy, so they need to have strong character.
Strong character. Very good. Okay, so Felix's point is that a good leader has to have very strong character so that he can be strong enough to face everyone, and so because everyone is thinking of their own way, right? They want the decision to be in favor of each person, but that's not possible. Okay, very good. 好，所以今天这张纸，请你在左上角或最上面 write down the date. Today is September 24th. September 24th. And write down page 3. Page 3. You don't have the book. Okay. Right. So this is how we're going to conduct the class. Okay. We'll do some discussion questions and we'll go listen to different audio files and talk about how to take good notes. Okay, and understand the meaning or the text of the conversation or a lecture. Okay. All right. Back to the textbook. Okay. 留几分钟让你思考一下。如果你有2节课，你直接就是需要买2本书，你已经超过1000块免运的话，你可以，我先贴一下链接给你们 ，OK？ 你自己就可以买了 ，OK？ 那如果你是只有修1堂课，你一个人没有办法做到，就是 ，oops， 好大字，等一下，你自己没有办法这样购买，你想要找别人一起买就可以免运的话，我在 Microsoft Teams 就这个课程里面，最外面不是有个一般吗？然后有不同的频道，我等下分享我的画面看一下哈。好，这时候就得分享桌面。我看我桌面嘛 ，OK， 就是我们平常进来 Teams 的课程内容是长这样，这里有一个。平常我们都是如果有对话、有视讯会议的话，都是在这边，对不对 ？OK， 好，这里我放了一个新的频道 ，Purchasing Textbook。如果你有需要找人，你说我已经在学校了 ，OK， 搞不好我们可以一起买，然后就寄到学校，学校这样子啊可以拿到 ，OK。All right， 你们可以来这边新生交谈，自己找人一起购买，好不好？不然如果不认识的话，也很难找到同学一起做这件事情。所以那你没有进来这个地方的话，就不会看到这个里面交谈内容，大部分人还是会留在一般的这边而已 ，OK。So I already posted the link. So think about how you are going to buy the book, OK？ 因为我们这堂课是礼拜5是要上到3周 OK， 所以我是尽量希望你们赶快去把课本弄到。OK， questions？ No? 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 Remember, the best way to find me is through email. Okay, I'll put the PowerPoint file on the e-learning platform. 我会放在辅助教学平台上面。OK, PowerPoint 我会放在那边，所以如果你要看我联络方式什么的，上面都有。OK, no more questions? Then we'll call it a day. I'll see you next Friday. Bye. You're free to leave.
Thank you, teacher.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thanks, teacher.
Thank you.
Thanks, teacher.
Thank you.
讲话了。哎，正在。